Welcome everybody to Coriander Society Adventures. I'm your game master, tormented by gnomes. Joining me is my talented, disciplined, trustworthy, and certainly not posting behind the scenes cast, Beatdown Boulevard, Ninja Man Matt, and Pods of War. Beatdown, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. You know, I just got off of chatting with you guys before the show. Definitely not shit posting, as you said. I'm doing good. Life's good. Things are good. Work's good. How are you guys? What's up?
Oh, I'm definitely gonna have to edit the VOD now.
Is that a thing? I have a censor button. If you need me to start using it, no
only
problem.
in the first 30 seconds, and honestly,
Gotcha.
it doesn't
Oh,
matter.
really?
Yeah, there's a thing where you can get demonetized if you have. I think they recently dialed that back. But the algorithm, it's really like a cargo cult, you know? It's just people saw one video do well with the algorithm, and now we're all imitating them, but we don't actually understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if Leg Day was joking, but he said you can't curse, talk about effing, or cocaine.
Yeah.
But after 30 seconds, you can F someone with cocaine.
Stupid.
There, see, now you're in the spirit of it.
Woo.
Does
With
bleeping
exceptions
is
for
that gonna
Philip
be an issue?
DeFranco.
No,
I
you
think
can totally
censorship
bleep stuff out. When for the
Oh.
breakdown and for Valoranting, Do Not Peek will put some like samples of the funniest or most interesting stuff up front before the actual video starts. We just bleep it out.
Wait, then why? It's a VOD. Why can't you just bleep him out?
Because there's no reason to bleep him out when after the first 30 seconds.
No, that's what I'm saying. In the first 30 seconds, couldn't
No,
you just add a bleep?
Yeah, but that involves. So do you know the process for editing these
Editing.
VODs? I take the whole video. I go chop chop post, chop chop post. That's it. The
Well, sounds
moment
like
you
a
have to bleep
problem.
one thing, or whenever the stream crashes and we have to cobble together like 5 different stuff, the amount of editing time quadruples at least.
Yeah, no, I get it. You're a one-man show. I understand.
Matt, how you doing today?
Oh, dude. Ask me again.
How you doing today?
Are we gonna restart this? I was gonna curse. Are we gonna restart this?
No, we're not restarting this.
Oh, I thought we were
We're
restarting it.
doing
Okay.
this.
We're
I
editing
don't
it.
think restarting
Well,
was ever on the table.
I am okay. I'm 2 different kinds of sick, and I'm still here because I love being here, and I got cough drops and water and a lot of medicine. So let's go.
Tea with honey.
What?
Tea with honey. It's what all the casters and on-camera talent always bring along to save their voices.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. I don't know if you know. When I go to the upstairs, I grab water and I grab cough drops, and then I come down and I put it in my body. That would be work to make tea and yada yada yada. Yeah, I can do that too.
That sounds like a you problem.
Yeah, there we go. Full circle, baby. Let's go.
Pods, how are things?
I'm so confused as to what just happened.
Absolutely nothing. Like honestly, if you spaced out for the last 30 to 60 seconds, your quality of life has not
Better.
changed at
Yeah.
all.
No, it's better. It's better.
I'm doing pretty good. It rained today, which is nice. It was finally cold again, so I got to wear a sweater. This
fools
hand
wishing for
hurts. It's
cold.
tingly for some reason. Other than that, everything's great.
That's not good.
Kinda
The tingling
tingly we
part,
talking
I mean.
here.
It's
Yeah.
normal, I think,
Mhm.
possibly.
For
I
us
have blood
computer-
issues, so it's fine.
Oh, well, I mean, if it's explainable, I guess.
It is explainable. But the
weird.
doctors have told me sometimes things will hurt and you're fine.
Dude, that's me now, and I don't even think I have a blood thing. God, I hope I don't.
Yeah. I think that's just what like turning 30 is like.
Bro, I'm not even 30 yet. What the hell?
You're not
You're
even
no-
30
You're
yet?
right.
Why am I
younger than
getting
us.
why am I getting the early access? Like, what is this shit?
You're speed running. You're over
No,
leveled, my guy.
this is not what I want to speed run. God.
Can we delay this game?
Yeah, can I just like, actually, you know what? No. Those are concerning metaphors if I think about them too much. So I won't say it.
I was gonna say like just walk up and down the street between Viridian City and Pallet Town and avoid progressing the story. That's a little bit less disturbing, right?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
like that better. Dude, it's a lot better than what I was gonna say.
There we go. Well,
yeah.
let us leave behind this depressing world where our bodies age and they cancel our favorite TV shows and you can't get
Wait,
that
what'd they
first flavor
cancel?
of ice. I don't know. The one that you like, that one.
Invader Zim.
Firefly?
Oh.
Firefly, Invader Zim. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Boss.
Let us now go far, far from this Vale of Tears to the fantastic universe of PYRESPACE, where our heroes on a desert planet closest to the raging heat of the pyre are on a desperate quest to save John Carmichael and young Charlie from the curse of the Night Twist. To accomplish this quest, they must delve into the city of Spires, which is constantly revealed and then buried once again by the shifting sands of the world of Ashen. Underneath it dwells the Marruspawn abomination, the product of genetic engineering and divine meddling. A beast with the blood of a god, unstoppable. They must capture it and return it to King Indogalad of the forest world of Perianth. He's King Indogalad Fluris of the forest world of Perianth, to rip out its divine spark, bind it to the curse, and stop John and Charlie from dying in their sleep. When last we left our heroes, Gastone was in the depths of the city of Spires. He had met with a group of Marruspawn and had convinced them that they were the ancients, because the humans of this world originally came from the high-tech planet of Lacunas, where our heroes have been. They brought artifacts with them from that world and were able to use that to convince the Marruspawn that they were in fact the ancients returned to them once more. Using that angle, Gastone has made his way into this laboratory where he is trying to create an enzyme, a biological weapon that will debilitate the Marruspawn abomination and enable its capture. When last we left him, he'd gone into the very inner sanctum of this world and had come face to face with a glowing avatar of an ancient AI still barely functional within this complex. When last we left Pods of War, Asena, she had done battle against undead dragons in the Chronepsis Rift, where dragons for the past 10,000 years have been buried on this world. Journeying here with Hara, who, having reclaimed her draconic heritage, wants to make peace with her ancient past and hope that the guardians of the Chronepsis Rift might remember the mysterious dragon who provided Asena with new life. And as the dust settled over the battlefield, two enormous, titanic, ghostly apparitions of dragons emerged, one behind her and one before her. But when last we left John Carmichael, we hadn't really talked to him very much. The team divided into three. 4 members of your crew or your friends from the world of Northport, Yord, went with each of you on your 3 separate missions, each of you with your own important task. John got last pick, mostly because Domnica, captain of the ship, was trolling him. Let us review now who John ended up with. Here are your teams. Asena ended up with Zomkug, Nizar, Hara, and Tenkobel Bizbus. Gastone took Boignis Kimzabin, Captain Domnica, Molly Lyklin, and Boguk Cairnmelter, the Dwarven Storykeeper, leaving John with his trusty sidekicks of the Carmichael and Carmichael Investigative Authority, Ben, Charlie, along with the ship's spelljamming ace, Lonnie Laysimple, and the Marulurk, Waith.
Of course I'd get Waith.
Mm-hmm. Now, in our last adventure, thanks to an act of God, each of our heroes got an automatic critical success on one roll. And John used his roll to uncover a hidden cell of Marruspawn. The Marruspawn, the genetically engineered creations of the ancient Lacunians who came to this world, are divided and scattered, and for millennia they've been warring against each other and proclaiming ancient rituals, hoping that the humans who created them would someday return. But in recent years, they've begun to unify under the banner of a Maru tact named Wisdom. Wisdom has told them that in order for the ancients to return, they must purge all other sentient life from this planet. And maybe they'll only start with this planet. In order to get down to the bottom of the city of Spires, they don't want to fight an entire army, an entire civilization. So John's plan, actually Asena's excellent plan, which John jumped on board with, was to figure out some way to spread strife and dissent throughout the Marruspawn, turn them against each other, turn them against Wisdom, in order to create an opening that they could use to get all the way down to the bottom of the city and find the Marruspawn abomination. John, along with his trusty compatriots, has been dropped off, and you can retroactively do anything that you need to do, but this happened during our last adventure when you weren't able to make it here. John, with your natural 20 of inspection, you have learned of the existence of what is his name? There's a Marruspawn cell led by a Marrotact named Discernment. Discernment is trying to resurrect some ancient forms of Marruspawn. The Marruspawn are genetically engineered to only take specific shapes that were useful. And there used to be a lot of different strains out there, but the only ones that have survived are the ones that are engineered for combat over the last 10,000 years. But there used to be civilian strains, artists, scientists, people just existing, not created specifically for the purpose of war. You have learned a great secret, that Discernment, the Marrotact, is involved in experiments trying to resurrect these ancient lost strains, opening the way for the Marruspawn to live not a life of eternal war, but to seek out greater meaning, peace, and create their own civilization. This is considered heresy by almost every single Marrotact, regardless of whether or not they follow wisdom's way. And thus, Discernment is in hiding. With this natural 20, you have also learned the possible location. There is another Marrotact named Clarity. Clarity is violent, extremely loyal to wisdom, and yet, the rumor has it, corruptible, susceptible to bargains and deals. Perhaps it is this reason that your sources indicate, with Waith the Marrowlurk's help, that Clarity is hiding under his base, this peaceful civilian sect of Marruspawn. Along with Charlie, Ben, Wanile Simple, and Waith, you are to drop off at the location where you believe this cell may be hiding, confront Clarity, and see if you can gain access to the secret cell below by violence, stealth, or negotiation. Is there anything that you wish to do before you begin this endeavor?
I took some notes here, but I just want to clarify my mission. Effectively, as of right now, John is going to be following up on a location he has, a lead, as it were, to find this Marrotact of Discernment. In order to do so, he's going to have to go to where the Marrotact Clarity, known for being loyal and violent to wisdom, and I'm going to have to try to bargain or deal with it in order to get the location, because it's rumored that Clarity may be hiding Discernment. So what I'm getting here is that Clarity is outwardly a very vehement follower of wisdom's ways, but may be harboring some hidden or deeply repressed need in order to bring back their civilization how it should be rather than how it has been.
That is not the reputation that you are getting for Clarity.
Okay.
The reputation that you're getting is curiosity or opportunism. Oh yeah, Clarity is absolutely loyal. But if there's something in it for him, perhaps he's not quite so loyal.
So then apparently Discernment has to have something on or for Clarity in regards to not just being loyally given up to their leader Wisdom.
Indeed.
Because Wisdom's kind of the de facto leader of the Marruspawn, right?
Yes. Not all of them. They are divided, but Wisdom is in charge of the largest contingent of Marruspawn.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Wisdom is kind of the totalitarian, like, general looking to band together all the Marruspawn and then get rid of all the other non-Marruspawn.
Right. The Marruspawn have dwelt in these isolated cells with their rituals, waging war on each other. Oh, we're the true children of the ancients. No, we're the true children of the progenitors. Wisdom said, hey, I actually heard the progenitors talk to me. They said, kill everyone else and we'll come back. And has been going around recruiting people, bringing them in on this nonsense ever since.
Alrighty then. Well, I suppose I have what I need, although I think since I have Waith with me, John is going to do a little digging in regards to what Waith may or may not know. I know he's been gone for some time, but he likely has at least some information on these different Marruspawn factions. What does he know of Wisdom, Discernment, and Clarity that I haven't already picked up?
Wisdom was known already in the last time that you were here, but he had not come to the city of Spires. He was still on his journey across the desert, rallying different cells behind him. The fact that he is here in the city of Spires and that there are loyal cells to him here is a change in the last few years since you've been gone. He knows that wisdom is the most learned in the ways of the ancients and the most powerful in the ways of magic of all the Marrutacts. Singular in vision, brilliant in tactics, and very, very good at getting people to follow him.
Brilliant, charismatic, and kind of a holy man, or at least
Yes.
knows the most about what their past was.
Indeed. And a powerful spellcaster.
Very good. And just to clarify, wisdom was the one that was the Marrutac that we met when we walked in and did our whole
No.
thing. No,
That was Vigilance. Vigilance
That was
is the one.
Vigilance.
Yes.
Ah.
You've now heard about 4 of these. Vigilance is the one who you walked in, you dropped everything on, and Gastone went with Vigilance deeper into that spire, into their secret underground laboratory, in order to start developing countermeasures against the Marruspawn abomination. By the way, I know this is mostly lore drop, but Beatdown and Pods, if you have any questions during this process, you would have been here during this whole conversation. So feel free to chime in or ask questions of your own, especially as they're pertinent to your own endeavors.
Dang it, I wasn't listening.
That's
And-
totally fine. Again, you're
Really-
just being in character.
really quick. What is Vigilance
Further.
deal? If wisdom is the warmongering totalitarian, Maru tact discernment is the one trying to bring back civilization, and clarity is violent and loyal to wisdom. What is vigilance?
Vigilance is cautious and practical.
man.
Was ostensibly a member of Wisdom's sect, but not super loyal, as evidenced by the change of heart. By being persuaded by you that, and now believes that Wisdom is wrong.
Okay. Beatdown, did you have something that Gastone wanted to interject with?
We're not even in the same place.
This is a sort of a flashback since Matt wasn't here last time.
Oh.
This is a bit of a flashback. You could be involved in this conversation because this would have taken place before the 3 of you split your paths. Time always gets wibbly wobbly when you're dealing with out of character stuff.
True. I think the only thing I'd really say is just explaining the plan that I have, where it's like I'm totally gonna pretend to be a god and figure out how to give I don't know, the Marruspawn equivalent of a debilitating disease.
Yes.
Wow, I just realized that even though
Wow.
this was meant for like the Marruspawn god, that this could actually apply to all of them. And I probably won't use that in that case, but I might have to destroy this knowledge.
When you design it, you're going to have to be careful to see, is this a contagion? Is this a local, is this a biological agent that can spread, or is this a chemical
good
agent
question.
that is not contagious?
Yeah, definitely chemical agent is what we're looking for here. I'm not trying to. Gastone's not really into genocide. This might be shocking, but yeah.
Are you testing on animals?
No, actually, I'm just kind of going in blind. I mean, I learned
Okay,
chemistry today. It can't be that hard.
It shouldn't be that difficult.
Ah, yeah, it's fine.
I'm wondering if we're sacrificing Waith over here or something.
No. I required samples, obviously, but nothing too crazy.
Samples,
Okay.
not subjects.
Yes.
Exactly. You get it.
So Waith gave me a bit on wisdom. Does he have any more information about vigilance, discernment, or clarity that I didn't already gather from what I've been learning?
Again, vigilance is very cautious, careful, big into research and development. Clarity is curious, but again, violent. Not individually violent, but very willing to, Wisdom needs another cell just whacked? Sure, I'll do it.
I like that one.
And then discernment has a very narrow nose for a Marrutact, a slight deviation from the perfect pattern. Particularly rude in interactions with other Marrowtaks, doesn't abide by the normal codes and conducts and rituals like that. Waith didn't really know discernment very well, as Waith was involved with a completely different cell with a Marrowtak you may or may not have fragged the last time you.
I was gonna ask, who was he under, and we're saying that it died.
Well, yeah, he's under Hara's cell at this point.
Yeah,
which makes him an absolute heretic because the Marruspawn were used as soldiers in a war against dragons.
Yeah. All right, so narrow snout, rude to other Marruspawn is discernment's deal. And I guess that's about all that I really need at this time. I guess if there's nothing else, John's going to hit the streets, or the sand, as it were, and start figuring out what he can gather. The goal is for him to go to Clarity, so he's going to have to figure out how he can make a meeting with Clarity happen. He's going to be going along the route, like we discussed last time. We're gods, and so he is going to be going around and paying all of the big Marruspawn a visit, basically acting as the mouthpiece for Gastone's god, and just making sure that he sets up. Whenever a new player comes in town, you have to have these kind of meetings where you send an envoy, hopefully one that's not killed during the negotiations, that says, hey, we're new in town. We're either going to be in charge or we're testing the waters. We're either here to provide tribute or we're here to request tribute. So from what John is getting the sense of here, which camp does he believe that our foursome of gods is in, between the three of 1-2 Punch and then the exclamation point of Hara? Are we in a position where we could demand tribute, or will we be offering tribute? Have we gotten a little square within the spire that we're calling our own for now? Are we sharing with others? What's the current political landscape of our power hold here?
The power hold that you have so far is one cell believes you are gods.
Okay.
And what we're going to be doing is the next step in your progression of that. So you haven't started making headway amongst the other Marrowtaks yet. This is going to be your first stop.
Which is what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly.
Yes. As for can you demand tribute versus should you be offering tribute? If you were the ancient progenitors who created the Marruspawn, they literally exist to enact your will, then logically roll a religion check for me, actually. Though I would also accept history.
And history you will get. Hold on. Wait. I disadvantage. Give me just a moment. Let me roll that one more time. And 27 on history. Please. Thank you. And excuse me. And again, just to clarify, everybody wants tributes. It's not a factor of should we be asking for tributes. Of course we want that. And as gods, it would make sense for us to claim that. What I'm more so going at here is there something that, and this is what this history check going to tell me, that John would know that in regards to dealing with Marruspawn, what would be the best way to approach this?
You should offer a sign of your truth. You should offer some demonstration of the fact that you are the progenitors. And keep in mind, this is not a species that is unfamiliar with magic.
Yes, no, understood. So wait, just to clarify, my question was in regards to how we should be dealing with the Marruspawn. Aside from knowing that, yes, of course they know magic, with the 27, I know that... What exactly?
If you're going to prove that you are, in fact, what they're going to be looking for is evidence that you are actually the progenitors. They will not be cowed by a display of magic. A display of magic would just prove that you have a lot of magic, which, isn't really that relevant anymore.
Well, here's the nice thing. I can't cast magic. I don't know if you know this.
So, what they're going to react to would be ritual, things that they would identify as ritual phrases and stuff of the Lacunians, and also demonstration of sophisticated technology.
Okay. So John needs to wow and impress them.
Yes, you've got experience on Lacunas, you've got prior knowledge you can use for your deception or performance checks. What you need is a display of technological power.
Granted. Okay, so John has a few toys at his disposal, which he's happy to use. Before going out on this mission, he absolutely would have made some kind of request from Gastone, because Gastone is our resident gadgeteer
Mhm.
and would be the most likely to be able to, whether it's he has time to build something or on the spot can make something. We have this nice wiki, this Marruspawn wikia for Lacunas, where we have a pretty good idea how to go about making a lot of this happen. So John is really just going to be going through what is the most impressive looking thing that I could easily have Gastone build right now. Also, what is tech that I could pull out of my adventures from previous worlds that were technology based that I'd be able to pass off as Lacunian technology.
Or do you actually have any Lacunian
I
technology?
have some Lacunian technology,
Discuss.
actually. I have a collection of arms and armaments. I have weapons, armors, this really cool electric polearm from the Exarchate. I have from the Coalition, from the oh gosh, it's been a while.
Do it,
The
sound it out.
Principality.
Yeah.
The Principality. John has collected, like I said, arms and armaments from many, many different battlefields across his time there. And it seems like all of those peoples came from Lacunas, but which out of the information that John has available, which one is more likely to be kind of descendant from the original Lacunians, like more along the lines of being straight and proper from what the Marruspawn would recognize?
Voski, although the Voski have kind of gone off in their own direction. You might be better off with any Exarchate tech that you have, because the Exarchate is just the most technologically sophisticated.
Yeah, okay, very good.
My
Yes.
smart laser.
Yeah.
You took the smart laser. We already know
You
you
can't
have the
have it
smart
from me.
laser. Yeah. Matt, you would not believe the damage that was inflicted with the smart
Oh, I saw.
laser.
I was there.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
he was in
all right,
chat, I remember.
All right. I couldn't
Uh-huh.
remember if you saw the whole thing
Yeah,
or not.
someone saved
Oh,
my
yeah.
son.
Yep.
I remember
That's right.
I was
That's
very
why.
present. I just wasn't in a good place to talk, but I was
Mm-hmm.
there, and I was happy to take part spiritually
Yeah, it was
in
fun.
the exercise. Okay, so yeah, in that regard, I don't think, aside from just, hey, these naming conventions with the Maritax, Wisdom, Clarity, Vigilance, etc. Is that a carryover from the ancient Lacunians? Or is that something that they kind of developed on their own, or
It
designations
seems
they
to
were
be
given?
something they developed on their own.
Very good. Okay, so we don't have to come up with names then.
Right.
Very good.
Gastone, did you have any suggestions or ideas you wanted to throw in on this while John's going through his collection of past gear and tech?
Probably not, because the whole goal was for him to just convince people, hey, from Lacunas, progenitors, and all that stuff, right? I think the only thing, like, I don't know if I could offer any advice. Just be extremely confident. Don't do the whole not speaking thing. That's my thing.
Yes, very good.
Yeah, that's the
Thank
best I
you.
got. No
Thank you.
problem. I put my hand on his shoulder. John, I'm here for you.
Thank you, Gastone. Unfortunately, I don't need you right now. I need your tech. So before I head out there, can you whip me up something just really flashy and impressive looking? Preferably something that looks like a bomb.
What about a flashing light type of deal?
Yeah, something that looks like a really big bomb that I could make them think if things get really hectic. I kind of do that cool thermal detonator thing where I click it and it goes, "Oh no, you're going to destroy us all!"
Oh,
and then I go,
you want a fake detonator?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I can do that. Is that a thing I would struggle to make? I don't think so. It would just be like a little handheld thing with a button that does nothing.
Yeah, just throw some like extra pieces from your your electro spiders.
Yeah,
the non-functional ones with the glowing lights. Just roll a Tinker's Tools check, but it's not a high DC.
Yeah, what I'm kind of looking for is a spider that projects some kind of a cool LED projection that's like, hey, you're going to die momentarily, and then I can remotely turn it off. Now, I don't necessarily want this thing to actually explode. I just want it to look like it would be a horrible bang. A lot of lights and sounds. Very, very scary.
So what's the gnomes? What are the chances I can make like a thing? It'll be a little handheld thing, little flashy lights and stuff like that. But I want it when I press the button to beep, and I'll put like a recording of myself being like, and since no one's heard me talk, it's kind of perfect. Where it'll just be like, you've activated the self-destruct sequence. Prepare to, I don't know, planet is going to explode in 30 seconds. And then, press the button again and it will stop counting down.
Yeah, you could make a planet cracker bomb. Sure, roll
Okay, cool,
roll.
cool. Not an actual. Not
I
an
know.
actual. Okay.
A planet cracker bomb.
Yeah, yeah,
Roll
yeah,
a,
yeah.
electrician's tools check, electrical tools check, with intelligence.
Nice.
Big rolls, big
DM
rolls.
DM/Gastone, can we make it as part of this that this really souped up spider bot can like clamp into the ground, so if anyone tries to like kick it away or move it away, it's like, oh no, this thing is stuck here. You better run or you die, kind of a thing.
With a 28, yes.
Okay, yeah.
Nice.
Sounds good to me.
Perfect. Well, then that's what I want.
Cool. Did anyone else, again, this is a flashback to a previous scene on board the Pilgrim's Progress before Gastone descends into the spire. Does Asena have anything that she wanted to say or do before she goes off on her adventure to the Chronepsis Rift?
I don't think so.
All right. All
something,
right.
something, don't die.
Mate, these AR goggles, you said that only I can see what they're doing, right?
Right, and they only work if there's like augmented reality stuff around.
Okay, can we make an augmented reality thing? Like literally a portable room that I could like throw out a dual disc and like it makes this little zone where the AR goggles can display what's being viewed.
Is that something that you believe that John could do? Because Gastone hasn't really studied computers much yet.
I mean, John, it came from the early to mid 2000s, so he was way into computer stuff before he got shunted to other dimensions.
What
And
skill?
back when computer use was a thing, I had a lot of that.
Okay.
I would say I don't think there is an actual like 5th edition skill that is super appropriate, but again, John has jack of all trades as well as
do an intelligence jack of all trades check. I think. I think that
very
makes
good.
More sense here.
25.
25. Okay. Dual disc. So remember when you hold up your phone and it's like, oh, there's a Pokemon here and stuff like that. That's what the goggles are designed to do. But only the person wearing the goggles can see them. So what's the goal of this dual disc that you've created?
It's so here's my thought. Much like, again, we've already been making the reference, but in reference to Yu-Gi-Oh's Duel Monsters, where you'd be able to. There was a lot of different versions of this stuff, but there was this very Beyblade-like thing where you'd throw out this little robot that would then project.
Oh, it was the original dual discs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it would project out what was being placed onto
Duelist Kingdom, right?
No, Duelist Kingdom was you would sit in those little barges.
But towards the end of Duelist Kingdom, Kaiba did actually
exactly
start bringing those out.
He brought those out because he was doing like these not predetermined, but he would just start dueling people for no reason. Anyways, that's what I'm going for here, is that I'd be able to throw out this cool I would say Stark-like contraption where it would expand out, make like a cool little frame, and then anything that I am programming into the classes would be displayed within like, I don't know, whatever the limit you're giving me, but I'm thinking like a 20 by 20 cube or larger, whatever I can get, fireball radius.
So this device is going to actually create holography anyone can see, or this device is going to create AR objects that the goggles can see?
No, it doesn't help me if my cool goggles say, guys, trust me, this looks amazing. I want them to see how cool my shit is. So yes, it's creating. Okay. It's a dual disc system. If I put a card on in my glasses, they can see the Blackluster soldier.
Okay, so it's like you want to create a.
It's just like Duel Monsters, mate.
It's the stage
so
from
it's
Do
just
Not
like Duel
Peek,
Monsters.
And with the goggles, you can edit the level. That's what you want.
Yeah, Ready Player One, exactly.
Got it. Okay. All right. I'm on board now. I get you.
Okay, good. I want holograms, is what I'm saying. Give me hologram projections.
Yeah, this is not 20th century tech at all, and I shouldn't allow this, but I'm going to because you got a 25 and Duel Monsters. Okay, so you've got your dual disc system.
Well, I also have I have the Lacunas wiki, and I'm just rebuilding something that they already have. I'm just following instructions. IKEA's. I can build an IKEA. John can build a Duel Monsters.
All right.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
All right, you built your IKEA Duel Monsters.
Yes.
And Gastone and Asena say their farewells. Gastone goes with Vigilance into the depths of the spire, where he's introduced to their secret ancient laboratory, a mixture of apothecary, alchemy, witchcraft, and high-tech stuff. And he starts working on the things down there. He spends some time working on things and collecting samples. Asena travels with the Spelljammer Pilgrim's Progress to the Chronepsis Rift and engages in a desperate battle with your boy almost dying, Matt, and is confronted by the ancient guardians at the last minute. And then we're gonna spend a little bit more time with you, get you to a dramatic point, and then check in with the others.
I'm sorry, who almost died?
Zamkug.
Oh, I thought you meant here. I was like, how would I know that? Okay. You're just giving.
He made this whole epic jump sequence.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like Duel Monsters.
So it's just like Duel Monsters. Shut up.
All right.
Shut up. All right. Behold the briefcase of death.
Ooh, very nice. I like it.
The sand whips around you. You're dropped off at a safe distance from a pyramid-shaped complex that is in the process of being once again reburied by the sand. Your intelligence indicates that Clarity has his power base here, but he has not dwelt here for very long. He recently moved with his cell to this position. They have not been here for like years and years and years. As is with all the places within the City of Spires, the sands, the incessant tides of sand eternally bury and unbury. So whenever this place is exposed, they have guards posted outside. Whenever it's buried, they have guards posted just inside.
I see.
The sandstorm intensifies. How are the four of you protecting yourselves? Lonnie Lay Simple has goggles.
John also has goggles, and I have AR glasses, but I'm going to use the goggles.
Yeah, that's smart. You don't want to scratch those lenses for sure.
Ben, he's a nice demon, so he's fine. I'm assuming Wraith is okay.
Yeah, Wraith is adapted. All the Marruspawn are heavily adapted for this exact environment. They are completely fine. How do I not have Ben's voice on this tab? Oh, because I was never expecting him to go here. That's why. All right. Ben is an ice elemental. He is not adapted for this environment. He can survive it for a little while, but he would definitely prefer to go out of the sun, out of the sand as soon as possible. That said, his eyes aren't going to scratch because they're made of ice.
That's what I was getting at.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he can live here. I'm saying he can walk through the sand.
Mm-hmm. Now,
he's a tough guy.
What about Charlie?
So for Charlie, unless he has a different idea, John was, and I might be misquoting the recent referenced game. I think Death Stranding might be the name of it. But I figured we would wrap Charlie up in a sack, a blanket, some kind of protective cover, and then just have Ben carry him until we get inside.
Kind of close.
Oh, okay. He says from inside the sack.
I feel like it's more so like just like a combat parka, you know, but just covering his whole self, and you know, we'll do him up cool.
Battle poncho.
Hey, it looks like he's kind of like, you know, mummified. Like he's got his arms crossed. He's on Ben's back. It's like we can lower him down, and he makes weird hissing noises, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, what is that thing?" You know, add to the allure of what we've got going on here.
All right. Now you're not this close until you decide to be, but this is essentially the lay of the land. Big, wide temple entrance. 80 feet wide temple entrance. Just inside, you can see there's some narrow passages, some pillars opening up. It's made out of stone, but you can see some synth or like plastic, carbon alloys deeper inside. What would you like to do? What is the plan? What is the approach?
Well, the plan is I can't move Wraith or Lonnie, but I'd like them to be behind me. My retinue should be a little bit behind Godly John, Yzma John. And I'm still dressed up in my... He's being on the back. Boop, there we go. Okay. Yzma John is still all decked out in his Lacunian outfit. You know, gold paint, you know, whatever have you, whatever, you know, oils and things he needs to make himself look godly. And he is going to approach. He's got his dual disc strapped onto his forearm. He's got his gun holstered just to his side in the open to where it can be seen, but not brandishing it like, hey, I'm gonna mess you up. And I forget what this tower and this blue thing were supposed to be, but hey, there it is. And John knows this is Clarity's place, right? Recently
Correct.
they moved in here.
Clarity
Okay, very
is
good.
the Marrowtact in charge of this base of operations.
And John is going to leave his entourage just 5 or 10 feet behind him as he approaches and hails the Marruspawn hulks. I forget. They're not lurkers. They're
Marrusalt.
Marrusalts. The Marrusalts. Not the
Attention,
Marrupeppers.
duelists. My Marruspawn is being assaulted.
Hey, aside from... This is a good point, actually. Aside from Maru attacks, there's the Marrusalts and the Maru lurkers. Maru
Yes,
lurks.
the Maru lurks. Those are the only strains that have survived the long millennia of the absence of the progenitors.
Okay, very good, very good, very good. Really just great names on this, man. They just pulled out of a hat and just said, yep, that's fine.
One of them is a
okay.
tactician, Maru Tact. One of them is Sneaky, Maru Lurk. And the other one is an assault trooper. You're a Maru Assault. Yeah, that'll do.
Oh, okay, very, very good. I was thinking like salt and pepper, but yeah,
No,
that's fine.
absolutely not. What? Oh, I guess you can't see the spelling. It's spelled like S-A-U-L-T.
Yeah, I can't see that, exactly.
Yeah, well, maybe you should look harder.
Oh, man, you got me. Jeez. Anyways, John steps up and greets the Marrusalts.
They obviously close the gap with their huge swords to block the way. Outsiders will find only death here.
Good thing we're not outsiders. You're welcoming home the progenitor gods who made you what you are. Move aside before I move you myself.
Ooh. Roll intimidation.
I do this thing you say. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. 19.
19. All right. I am going to roll a wisdom saving throw with advantage because the Marrusalts are brave. They have advantage on saves against being frightened, and I'm going to call that also bullied. With advantage and disadvantage. Thank you, chat.
On saving throws, huh? Interesting, interesting, interesting.
I just think it follows that if they're brave, they're not also easily bullied. But their modifier is 0, and they got an 8, so...
Hey.
A bold claim. You will wait here while we seek our leader.
Yes, Clarity, is it?
He knows.
I will not be waiting here. The sand is unpleasant to my godly flesh. I'll be waiting in the foyer. That's what we used to call it before you called it whatever sickly name you've designated it as.
Yes. The foyer. All right.
Are you correcting my pronunciation of foyer?
No, that's their horrible way of pronouncing it. It's
Oh,
foyer.
okay. I didn't know if that was you or them.
No, that was me shitposting. All
Okay,
right.
very good. Have a nice day.
You can go ahead and proceed into the pyramid if you so desire.
Yep, I do desire.
The sandstorm intensifies as your party shuffles forward to the sweet, sweet protective. And you can see another huge Marulurk. Actually, you can't really see much.
I can't really see much.
Yeah, they have blind sight, actually. Do you have a light source?
Do I ever?
Is that a
John
no?
pulls out his very technologically advanced flashlight and clicks on his mag light and reveals the path before him.
Oh, you know what this means? It means I got to do that.
No. You know what's even better? No.
What?
This is way more John. John has a freaking headlamp, my dude.
So he just...
Yep, it's part of his regalia, and he just clicks on his headlamp.
Oh, glorious. Okay, so we're going to give you a light, and we're going to give it directional light. We're going to turn it on. You're going to get a total of 45 feet.
Yeah, he's got a hooded lantern, basically.
Mm-hmm. What's the radius on a hooded lantern?
You know what? That sounds like a you problem.
What?
Give me just a moment.
We're just going to call it this for the time being, but it's your headlamp. And now you actually have to rotate your character and all that nonsense.
Hey, man, that's fine. That's fine. I'm here for it.
All right.
John stares at the creature before him.
Mm-hmm.
Pardon me. Are your ears filled with much sand as is raging out in the storm before us? Stand aside, please.
This is the foyer, but okay. And he'll go ahead and set aside. What is your
Very
passive
good.
perception, John?
Well, wouldn't you like to know? My passive perception
Yes,
is
that's why I asked. I'm
22.
22. Sheesh. All right. As you pass by, you can't really see very well to either side, but you do hear the faintest scraping to your left.
As in, like, yes, okay, very good.
As in, there's something to your left.
Yes, yes.
Something with a stealth check of 17.
Very good.
You notice the Marruspawn moving in the darkness on the either side of you. I'm just gonna use that so you can hear them, but you can't see them because of your limited field of vision. The door
good.
before you swings open. Ooh, let me check my notes here. The door before you, yep, it swings open, revealing clarity. A completely albino, red-eyed Martact
Interesting. Okay, very cool, very cool.
steps forward to greet you. Meanwhile, thousands of miles away. Let us turn now to Gastone. Gastone, if you'll look at the top left-hand corner of your map, you have just entered the Holy of Holies, and there's a flickering, malfunctioning AI projection in this room. What would you like to do?
Is anybody else in the room? Because I followed what's his face in here.
Mm-hmm. Vigilance? Yeah, where'd I leave him?
Oh, okay, that's good. This isn't one of those like he's behind me suddenly, nothing personal,
No,
kid.
he doesn't nothing personal kid you or anything like that.
Awesome, lovely.
He was just on the same square as you.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Mhm.
I'm gonna whisper to what's he doing before I make a scene?
He is paying homage in reverence.
There's a couple ways I could play this. Well, these are uncertain times now, so let's just fuck with him a little bit. Well, not all right, I'm gonna whisper to Boignus,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna say, okay, ask him why he is worshiping a hologram of artificial life. This thing is not. I don't know, something.
Mm-hmm.
Boignus, you know what to do. You know how to.
Why
how
would
to make
you
things
pay
spicy.
homage to this
Yeah, there you
creature, this construct of light, when the very flesh of the progenitor stands before you?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Uh,
Wait, I had another point too. Oh, and also gonna whisper to him, mention how this is literally a construct of the progenitors.
mm-hmm.
You know, something not actually worthy of worship. It's just a tool.
For a long time, this has been the only voice of your teachings and wisdom. And we are grateful for its service. Now, may it return to its original purpose and serve those who created it.
Shit. What is the has the AI said anything?
Entanglement authentication is invalid due to desynchronization. Access to the transference facility is denied.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna whisper to Boignus saying, there's something wrong with it right now. I have to fix it before I can actually use it correctly.
Did you want me to tell him that?
Yes, yeah, pretty much. You can tell him that.
Do you want him to stick around or do you want him gone?
Well, I'm not gonna. I can't work on it now. I need to focus on the. All the chemicals I'm working on. Also, I don't actually know how to fix this thing. I'm just trying to buy time.
I thought you knew how to do everything.
I mean, that's like partially true, but I need time, and it's time we don't have right now. So just say the thing.
This oracle's voice is shattered, and our need is great and elsewhere. We shall tend to its needs later. Enough of this. We return now to our stuff. Vigilance, roll an insight check for me, Gastone.
Wow. Oh, better this than other things.
Oh, true. True. That's true. That's pretty true. You know, that's true. That's true, and that's true, and I mean, yeah, that's true.
Behold, an act of God.
Oh! That's also true, I guess.
Wow. Okay. Discovery. Eureka. Immediately find or invent a device from table X.
What's on
Great.
table X?
Table X is the first act of God of the night. So table 1. Give me a D100 roll, please. Gastone. 86. All right, I just put all these fancy tables in. Where the hell did I put them? Treasure tables, tech, table A. 86. I think table A is a little boring. Let's do table B. 86. Ooh, yeah, you know what? Let's look that up. One moment, please. Okay.
I wonder what he's thinking about.
Here's what we're going to do. Your mere presence and knowledge of the what is it? Your mere presence and knowledge of Lacunian process and procedures will allow you, and your previous experience with Exarchate AI will allow you to bypass the synchronization error for one of two purposes. Either to instantaneously receive a schematic for a combat suit, or it's not an exosuit, it's just a combat suit, or gain access to the transference facility, which is a section of this lab that is locked off. And this is a freebie. No roll.
I just choose.
You just choose.
So if I choose transference facility, is it a thing I could deal with later?
Yeah.
Soon? Okay, great. Yeah, I choose
absolutely.
that.
Okay. As the voice continues to speak, you
Recognize access to transference facility granted. Synchronization override.
and Vigilance looks at you in awe. We have dwelt here for so long, and yet we have never gained access to the forbidden doors. The path of death has always cut us down. But now it seems that with the progenitor's return, you will be able to walk that path. As soon as you are ready, I will show you to it.
Is it a thing only I can access, or now that I have dealt with the issue, can anyone go now?
We do not know. We do not understand. But access has, in fact, been granted.
No, that was a gnome's question.
You definitely know how to bypass it. You are not sure if other people have the same knowledge. You know how to turn access on and off. It's basically a section of the facility that's been sealed off by Ancient of this very facility you stand in right now.
Yeah.
That they have been unable to access because of Ancient security measures.
Okay. I'm gonna whisper to Boig.
Sealed off
sorry,
laboratories and facilities.
Okay. I'm gonna whisper to Boignus, remind him that we're dealing with that later, and that pathway and this knowledge is going to be told only to me.
Of course. Boignus will pass that along, and Vigilance will, of course, obey. And roll D100 because you just got a treasure. And we are going to use table
Oh.
A this time.
Thanks, chat.
89. All right. The treasure you get from the equipment that you were working with is a medical kit.
What kind, like...
Bandages, pills, trauma shears, ointments, basic stitching implements, iPads, cooling gels.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Do you have the medicine skill?
Skill? I don't... No, my medicine is a 0.
All right.
Flat.
That's fine. Well, you have a medical kit anyways. Could still be
Yeah.
helpful.
Yeah. Medical kit. So I guess that being done,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to go back to my grade 11 chemistry class
Mm-hmm.
and continue working on my Marruspawn killer.
Okay. The Marruspawn
Name is patent pending. Name is pending. Name is, there's a word for it. Tentative.
tentative. Yes.
Yes.
All right. I'll open up the door, give you access back to your laboratory where you were working. I will open up the door. Yep, there we go.
Freedom.
Release me from this hell. You got your different vats. Now, we were just discussing, are you creating a biological agent or are you creating a chemical agent?
It's definitely a chemical agent.
Okay.
Wait. Tell me more about the No, your whole lore about the Marruspawn definitely tells me I do not want to wipe them out, so I'm gonna go with chemical agent.
Okay. Roll a science check for me to make sure that because you have to take it from being like a biological element to a chemical element. Ooh, big numbers, large numbers. 23. Cool. You are making excellent headway. What's your ideal delivery mechanism for this?
Probably a projectile, because it doesn't sound like I want to get close to this thing.
So you want this to be like a serum that gets injected into the body, not something that would be eaten or something that would be inhaled?
Yeah, I think serum is probably going to be the easiest. Worst case, if I can't like actually fire it from something, I can be like, "Hey, Pod, stab him with this thing."
Okay.
Also, that whole thing about the lore you were talking about, the Marruspawn, that I even ended up like messaging about. So, is that a thing Gastone knows about? Because you were talking about it while we were
privy
like
to that conversation. Yes.
excellent. Because I'm technically working with ways to alter forms, is that a thing I could help with? Because they're trying to discover like past, I guess, transformation, something along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a thing I could do?
Absolutely, you could help. You are not an expert in biology, but congratulations, by working on this project, you just gained 300 research points in biology.
Woo!
Which is going to unlock some stuff, which I'm going to pull up in a moment, because I'm inclined to leave you to your work for a bit to go check in on Asena, unless you had something else that you wanted to specify.
No, that would be it.
All right. All right. Yeah, I don't think a lot of Gastone stuff has had to do with genetic engineering.
Yeah, that's fair.
But there's ways of learning. Go study Zorbius's work or study up here. There's information hidden all over the place. All right. Asena, is now a good time to check in with you.
Yeah, sure.
When we last left our intrepid hero, the Punch, in 1-2 Punch, the ghostly visage of an enormous dragon manifested before you. A huge blue dragon ghost. And behind you, another similar entity had appeared. And you can feel the elemental power radiating from them. Your hair stands on end. The amulet around your neck glows. Let's take stock of where the heck all of your friends are right now. Ten Kobold is over here looting.
Of course.
Hara is over here being a dragon. Zomkug and Nizar just defeated the graveyard dragon. They are standing by the brass guardian. You are standing by the blue guardian. What do you do?
Am I the only one not hurt? I guess 10
I
kobold didn't get hurt.
believe, yeah, 10 kobolds fine, completely untouched.
Hi, Darkin.
Moonthreck, what business have you in the burial place of the Darastrix?
The Moonthreck part is debatable. Hara's here, except for it's not Hara, it's Agnificican.
I was waiting for this.
Hara's meanwhile like 30, 40, 60. How many feet is this? Yeah, like 60 feet away from you, speaking not with her great ancestor dragon, but with the brass great ancestor dragon, who has some choice words for her. Ten Kobold immediately attempts to stealth.
Oh no.
Attempts is the optimal word.
Not very well. Zomkug and Nizar both have their weapons at their sides, but not raised, not in combat positions, not looking to start any trouble. Hara is having a conversation with the Brass Guardian that you cannot currently hear, although you get bits and pieces and rumbles of it.
I should really learn this language. I'm gonna put my smart laser away. Not that, like, I don't know if they know what that is, or did they see this battle happen?
You didn't see them during the battle. That's about all the information you have about it.
Okay. I think I'm gonna run away.
Okay. Go ahead and run away.
Wait, but didn't you come here to ask questions of these guardians?
Hara came here. I can't even talk to them.
It spoke to you in common.
I know. She's just getting a little nervous.
Okay. As you flee, the dragon spirit lashes out with its tail.
Uh-oh.
This is gonna happen.
A 24 to
my.
hit. Now, you are gestalted into rogue. You could use a bonus action to withdraw safely if you'd like and avoid an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. You feel it pass under you. Whoosh. This strange, ephemeral movement. The sand stirs, but not nearly as much as it should when this 1-ton tail goes sweeping past you. As you run over, you see Acoficinian, the dragon, turn her head to see what just happened behind her.
Dargan tried to kill me.
Hara growls and speaks again in the draconic tongue, and the words seem to sink into your head just barely. Something about, this one is mine. She does not have the soul of Moonthreck. Hers is the heart of Darastrix. I have brought her here to seek guidance. Do not harm her. How much XP did you just get?
Not
you hear-
much.
Okay, you just heard the whole thing that Hara said?
Yes.
All right,
Yeah,
cool.
all that
Yeah,
stuff.
my brain erased itself between pressing the mute button and non-pressing it. The other dragon whooshes over next to you.
This is the second time you have desecrated the Chronepsis Rift by bringing Moonthrak. Once, the wizard left behind a terrible burden. Even now, its corruption sinks into these ancient bones, and we scarcely keep it at bay. What price will your ancestors pay this time?
Are you talking to me or to Hara?
They were looking at Hara, but they turned to just stare at you.
Just trying to be clear. Just a little confused.
All right.
He's not here now, and he also doesn't have magic anymore. So just saying, if that makes anything better.
What would work best here? Well, I don't think I have any really great. Oh, this will do.
Hey mate, just FYI, it looks like that ancient blue dragon spirit is just chopping on one of those dragon buddies.
I mean, it probably is at this
Okay.
point. Okay. The dragons both approach Hara, who meets their gaze defiantly and demands, as her birthright, as one of the dragons of Ashen, that they read the past of the dragon-souled warrior alongside whom Hara fights. And both of them stare directly at you, Asena. The tooth around your neck glows, resonating with that silvery mist, and it slowly expands to surround. And at last, they answer.
We do not know. You are beyond death, older even than us. The dragon whose soul reignited yours has no echoes across the infinite worlds. Perhaps it was a dragon once, but now it is merged with something more, something even further beyond us. But this we can see. You.
And they both reach enormous claws to point directly at you, Asena.
Are bound and anchored by that dragon's fang. Protect it with your life, or should it ever be destroyed, you will cease to exist.
All right. I wasn't expecting that. Cool. Good to know. I'm pretty good at killing anybody that comes close to it, so I don't think I'm gonna lose it. But the whole part about me being older or out of time than you guys, that was a new one. I wasn't expecting that one.
As you speak to them, the energy of the Guardians and of your recent victory resonates, and additional powers of your amulet awaken. You are now protected from fire and from cold. You have resistance to both of those damage types.
What?
Mhm.
That's so cool.
As long as you're attuned to the amulet, and if you ever unattune from it, you die.
Oh, ha, 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 ha. Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Yeah.
Yes. also, you can feel your presence, your perception expanding. Not your eyes or your hearing, but almost your sense of touch. Transcending beyond you out into that silvery expanse of the astral plane. In a short vicinity nearby, you feel as if that other world is just a little step away. Much, much closer than it's ever been before. A second power has awakened for the Fang. And you'll just have to wait to see what it is.
What?
And we'll try to give you an opportunity to use it in the near future. Let us return now, unless there's something else that you wanted to say to anybody in this vicinity.
No, I'm good. I just think Asena was very nervous. So
All right. Let us return now to John Carmichael, who is face to face in the city of Spires.
Oh, hey,
Sorry,
sweetie.
she was crying.
Sorry, 1 second.
Yeah, no, let's take a moment now before we return to John Carmichael. Gastone, why don't we go ahead and
Hey.
check in with you while we wait?
For me?
It's just going to take some time for you to develop this stuff. But given all the equipment that is present here, I would like you to roll one more science check, unless you have something else in mind. A 15. You got anything you want to throw at that?
I do. I'm gonna go ahead and burn an inspiration.
How much do you have left?
13.
13. Okay. 24. You have successfully created 3 doses of the antigen. And I don't
which
know
ones? Because there was 2 I was trying to make.
how. Okay, you've successfully created 3 doses, divided as you wish between those 2 types.
Hmm.
So what would you like to create?
So I know there was one for healing, and I was trying to go for the opposite effect, where
Mhm.
it's like degenerative.
Mhm.
I'm trying to remember the other.
Was the other the anti-rage or the anti-bite?
Hey, yes, the anti-rage, because I was
Mhm.
looking for lethargy.
Okay. So
You know
there's the-
what? I think I'll go for 2 lethargy.
okay, 2 lethargy and 1 debilitation.
Yeah.
Add those to your character sheet. Now, I don't know how much longer everyone else is going to be. I believe you made some sort of agreement that, like, hey, if we don't hear from each other in 3 days, let's meet back up. If I
Yes.
recall correctly, that was the plan. So I don't know how long you're going to have to work on everything and calculate everything and make stuff.
That's fine, because technically, do I have ways of contacting them? I don't remember.
I don't believe that you do.
I think how far are we from where how long would it take for me to go and like come back, for example?
Well, the ship is gone. You're not very far away from that top area, that top spire, because you're just there's a teleporter pad that'll take you back and forth between the 2.
Okay.
So you're very, very close to that. But the thing is, they took the ship. They took the ship with them, and it's virtually inaccessible to move around out there. The Marruspawn are able to, because they're adapted for desert living. They can move through the sandstorms and such. But that's one of the reasons why they tend to be so reclusive. Like, they'll just be in their cell because they have this safe building, and sometimes it literally gets completely buried with sand. So you could try to travel to the Chronepsis Rift. That's hundreds of miles away. Where John went, that's not that far, but you'd have to brave the sandstorm to go out there. What are you thinking?
No, I'm just wondering too, because if there was like going to be like a scheduled pickup where we
Mhm.
get grabbed and then meet again, I was going to send someone else and to tell them that I need more time because I really want to work on this other thing too.
Mhm. Which other thing?
The seeing if I can discover ways to, mess with Marruspawn genes and allow them to achieve what they had lost.
Well, you have some good resources here, but you're going to need some more because this isn't where they make new Marruspawn. Like the genetic, you've got some genetic information, but you don't have like a complete sequenced DNA, all that stuff. So you're going to need to do some additional research, study, etc.
So, if I'm understanding this, is there like a good... Is there like a for and opposed sort of faction deal going on here with the people who want to find like the previous ways of living that the Marruspawn lost? Or is this a thing that everyone would generally believe is like, oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'd be down for that.
No, it's definitely a for and against. In fact, the people who are in favor of it are they keep their beliefs to themselves because they're completely incompatible with Wisdom's vision, which involves scourging the entire planet in, holy fire so the progenitors can return. Why would we want we're already optimized for doing the scourging. Why would we harm our optimization by reintroducing non-combat strains? So it's definitely a for and against thing.
Who's against it?
Wisdom, most of Wisdom's supporters. Vigilance, this Marruspawn right here, you have not talked with about it. You would have to breach the subject, which you are welcome to do.
I think I will, and I also have plans.
Okay.
But for now, the plan is definitely going to be... I'm going to approach Boignus.
All right.
And I'm going to whisper to him... Who is the... Vigilance is the Marruspawn with me, right?
Correct. The one who's in charge of the whole place. You've also
Gotcha.
got Boguk, Molly, and Domnica with you down here in the lab.
Okay. I'm going to whisper to Boignus, saying... Talk to him about... No, I'm a god. I don't have to ask. I'm just going to tell him. All right. So... All right, I got this. Okay, I'm going to whisper to Boignus, saying... Oh, another thing I need you to bring up with him right now. We have to ask him what he has done, what they have done to allow the Marruspawn to achieve forms of their past, because it is crucial to the return of the rest of us.
All right. You've been given advantage on this roll by chat.
Cool.
And so, guess who's really good at talking people's ears off?
Mr. Boignus Kinzabin.
Kinzabin.
Woo!
A 24. All right. This news catches Vigilance a little bit off guard. Roll an insight check for me, please, since you are in the area. Got any spice for that? Are you interested in throwing on, or are you good for it?
I do. No. I'm gonna go ahead and run that back. There we go. That's
21.
more like it.
All right. This is shocking. This is almost heretical to Vigilance. This is completely outside the range of expected behaviors and of expected priorities. Does not line up at all with what he thought the gods would want.
Okay. What does he say, though?
Nothing. We've not endeavored at all. We've been looking to unlock, additional stores of knowledge left behind by the progenitors, such as those kept here, but we thought that combat optimization was already at near maximum and should be our sole focus.
Okay, I want my face to very clearly display fury.
Okay, roll a performance check.
Okay. There we go. No, I need spice for that one for sure.
Okay, just keep dropping it.
I'm gonna do it. I really want this to work.
The spice must flow.
Read what?
Yeah.
Can I try once more?
Not with inspiration.
What if I gave you 3 inspiration?
Yes.
Deal.
Oh, snap.
I would also, yeah.
I will take the 10.
That's amazing. That's
I
amazing.
hate it here.
That's unbelievable.
Was that 4 inspiration to improve your roll by 3? Because that looks like
Yes.
4 inspiration to improve your roll by 3.
It's fine.
I feel like you could have spent 4 inspiration to just say, "I look furious," instead of rolling again.
All right, you
Listen,
spent
I-
4 inspiration, so we'll chalk this up to like a cold fury thing, you know. You don't really convey fury, but your response does confuse Vigilance into saying, "But we'll get right on that."
I'm gonna whisper to Boigness,
Mm-hmm.
saying something like, "Well, we're gonna deal with your foolish assumptions later. For now, you will get right on that, post haste."
All right.
And I also need to know who else shares these foolish beliefs.
Wisdom is the chief. Yeah, 30 persuasion from Mr. Kimzabin. Wisdom is the foremost proponent of ignoring the previous forms and focusing only on improving and optimizing the combat forms, seeking additional genetic information to make them more effective, seeking additional weaponry to make them more effective, better forms of war. Wisdom is like the chief voice opposing the reclamation of the old forms.
Is this is Vigilance telling me this, right?
Mm-hmm. Telling
Excellent.
Boigness, who's telling you, or
Of
one way or
course, of
another.
course.
Yeah.
Can't speak to me directly and all that.
Exactly. That'd be awful.
Yeah. I wanna. I just want to clarify too, asking who else, if there's anyone else.
Mm-hmm. Clarity also holds no stock in the old forms, though Clarity is willing to take anything that will give him an advantage.
Well,
In fact, Clarity's actually been one of the foremost producers of genetic information about improving the new forms. Yes.
Well,
Clarity
I'm
is
sure.
Clarity
Go
is
on.
actively working on genetic enhancements for the Marruspawn combat forms.
Gotcha. Well, I'm sure he'll find it very advantageous to not be killed instantly. So,
Generally speaking, yes.
good. That's what I like to hear. And then I'm just gonna go back to what I'm doing.
All right. Right back to it. Let's go ahead and take a break here, folks. And when we return, we will revisit John Carmichael and check back in with Asena. We'll be back.